and then you can just push. We're gonna be moving around. Make sure everybody's up. Let me know the count. What's up, everyone?
So far, just 2 people.
What happened?
Somebody spit in the garbage and didn't put it in the garbage, and I just put my hand in it.
Oh, it's gross. So hold on a second. What happened?
Working with fucking boys.
What happened though?
All of you spit in the garbages.
I usually do, but I don't think it was me. So what happened?
That wasn't you.
Someone spit in the garbage,
And spit on the rim of the garbage.
and then you put your hand
And
in,
to move the garbage.
and you touch the
Just to
spit.
push it. And I
Ew, cootie girl.
Ew.
You got cooties.
It was probably
Someone
yours.
missed entirely.
Huh?
Yeah, well, that's whoever spit in the garbage and missed the big, like,
I have to eat with myself. That's not me.
hold on.
I went all the way up to here. You can't see it anymore. It's quick.
That's about 22 inches. And someone couldn't go, they actually hit the rim. So when wow.
Just for the line.
That was cool though. So, what we did today, so we're just finished cleaning off the back. We went and every single animal except for a few have an ID tag. So all these animals here have a QR code now. They're all loaded on, same with the males, onto Husbandry Pro, which is awesome. So now we can just scan and do our daily routines, all the activities. So that's going to really help save some time and a lot less paperwork and Excel sheets and all the other good stuff. Any questions?
Nope.
No, not yet.
People are still coming in.
Yeah, Elliot Perez, hey. Oh, Mindy Boyer, Timeless Morphs, M&B Reptiles, Chromaflex, Chris Shelley, Hip Dot, The Glow. So what printer do we use for labels? I'm just using a regular printer with Avery labels. But moving forward, I'm going to go get a Dymo because you can do a lot more with the Dymo printer. So I'll be using those, but I've already started and I just figured, let's just get it done. I have the labels already. So it's pretty cool. Not bad. Come this way. Get off your beautiful chair. It's probably shaky.
My back hurts.
Yeah, leave it there.
So I'll get you.
Yeah, see? It's so good. So, Austin's making cocoa. We can show off some animals. How are we? Getting up there?
50 people.
Okay, so what does Elliot say? Elliot saying?
Ooh, I think he just took it back.
Someone asked where you keep your male-to-female ratios.
What do you mean?
Like when breeding, how many males, I guess?
Depends on the male. So how many, so I have some males that I might not even breed, but I've had one male go to 14 females, 15 females in a year. The majority I have is 1 to 4, 1 to 5, 1 to 6, depending. If it's a new male, 1 to 1, 1 to 2, depending. If he's eating, if he's still producing, if he's actually locking and knowing what he's doing. What else?
With Husbandry Pro, can you download the QR and put it on your own label?
Yes. So if you go, you can actually go and copy it. So you copy it, and then you can take it into Word. You can take it, not Word.
I did Photoshop.
Photoshop. You can take it into any other graphic, or I guess you can probably just copy it and paste it right onto Avery or any other sort of labeling system.
How long do you pair a male once he stops eating? Then how long you shelf them?
I may do another week or two. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, I ordered it perfect.
It happens all the time.
Wow.
It'll happen again.
Yeah, so if I'm pairing him and he doesn't eat for like 2 weeks, yeah. So Kat keeps walking by
And my hair gets.
and her hair gets caught in here. And it's funny because she's sitting there going like this. I don't have any hair, but she's like,
Here.
there she goes. Yeah, she's always doing this.
Oh God.
So in other words, stay away from the rack. She's gonna have to wear her hair in a fishnet.
Yeah.
What's everyone saying?
Where do you keep feeder rats that don't get eaten?
Well, we feed them all off. So
You just-
if we feed, like if we say we feed Tuesdays. So if we feed on Tuesday and anything that doesn't eat, we take it out, leave it in a bin. There's some that we leave overnight, but there's a few like with so many, we not know which ones. I'll leave. We take them out, put them back in their tub that they came in, and then the next morning we start double feeding or sending them to other animals that didn't eat. Because I don't order exactly one for every single animal. I'm always short. Some are breeding, some are in shed, some don't eat. So it's not like I have a rat for every single animal. So I order some, and then that way the following week, if they didn't eat this week, I'll feed them first, et cetera. But yeah, we don't keep them. We don't breed them. So next question.
Egg cutting. Haven't seen any in a while.
Yep. So right now, the only clutch, we have one clutch in the incubator. We've got some more coming. So there he is. Wow. Lift that out. What's that doing?
Which one?
You need some hand with the water?
That one?
That's a good question.
Can
What's
a
that?
female snake be aggressive to a male you put in?
Yeah, any snake can be aggressive to others. We've had that a few times, but normally when you put a male in with a female and they're really, fighting and you hear them really smashing around in the tub, it's usually two males. So it happens. We actually, was it last year or the year before? Last year. Yeah, last year we had an animal. We put a male in. Next day we come, took a picture of the lock, put it away. 3 weeks later, 4 weeks later, we went to pair it again. They started fighting. We're like, what the heck's going on? Austin grabbed it and goes, dude, they're both males. I'm like, there's no way. They locked last week. Sure enough, I go over, both males. So two males can lock or appear to lock.
More dominance though, they do it.
What's that?
More dominating.
Yeah,
So
I
dogs
don't know.
do it.
I don't remember who was the dominating one, and I just know that, what the heck? But yeah, two males can lock or look like they lock. But the first time we didn't have any issues. Second time they were like smashing each other, fighting. It was crazy.
Mhm.
The rack was moving. It's pretty crazy.
What are you pairing the GHI Ghost to female this year?
Probably the Enchi
Well,
Fire Lesser Ghost. No, we didn't put it up yet. We just moved it.
Yeah, we just moved it over.
But the Orange Dream Fire Enchi Lesser Ghost.
So everything that Austin's working on, pretty much from here back, there's hardly anything on the left side. I mean, on the right side. So here, if you notice, you grab that. So if you notice here, this is the female. This is the one with the barcode or the QR code. Pastel Enchi Asphalt Special. And this is the male. The male is a 19 Pastel Enchi Super Asphalt. After it lays, we go like this. Oh, speaking of that, where's that female that laid?
Somewhere on this rack.
It was the
Super Pastel. Oh no, it was the Enchi Fire.
Enchi said no, it was the orange.
Enchi Fire Yellow Belly.
Enchi Fire Yellow Belly.
Yep.
Yeah, because that's the first thing we forgot to do. It's somewhere around here. Enchi Fire Yellow Belly. No, it was the Super Vanilla Yellow Belly.
Oh, was the Enchi Fire Yellow Belly next?
Right. So, can you give me a card? Oh, you know, one of the ones that we just had. I don't know.
You should actually check her so she's late.
She already did late. Oh, the Enchi Fire Yellow Belly.
Yeah.
Enchi Fire Yellow Belly. No, but
Probably pretty close.
she's pretty close. So, notice how she's nesting. She's, taking all the cocoa off, going right down. She's really swollen. I won't bother her too much, but she's going to be laying any day.
There's a couple more.
And that was Enchi Fire Yellow Belly
You know what
to the
GHI
passed out Enchi Leo Asphalt.
The GHI Black Pastel goes with that one. She's huge.
You might have to readjust that.
Yep.
Yeah, so eggs cooking, beautiful.
Do you have any suggestions on how to get a breeder male to start breeding again? He stopped locking mid-season.
It's tough. So many things. Putting in another male shed. It's something, there's no one proper answer. Some works for some animals, some other things work for other animals. You just got to try everything and hope he does. So, yeah, I mean, sometimes it happens. That's another reason why I have so many extra males, because that happened to me, where they stopped breeding or they stopped eating. And, I still had 2 or 3 females for that animal. And if I didn't have a backup, which I do now, I'm pairing just whatever I can to that animal, which I don't really like to do. So.
Any clutches being laid this week?
Yeah, shouldn't that GHI Black Pastel go?
Hopefully, yeah, we've got a few. Black pastel.
That thing is
So hold on.
huge right now.
She's glowing.
Is that her?
No. Anything with a black
She might be on
label.
the rack on the left of you. I think it's that rack. I've seen it.
There's the killer pied. Nope. Black pastel. Nope, she's ready too. So right here we have a black. Here. Am I even on the? My face too? Yeah. You're supposed to get off your damn phone.
You were kind of far away.
Right.
One, yeah.
But get off the phone. I'm talking and it's like this.
Hey, what's up,
You know what I mean? Yeah, you gotta adjust. Look at this guy. See? Always on his phone. What are you doing?
I'm posting up about
Loading
the
your
live.
OnlyFans?
No.
Uploading to your OnlyFans? So black pastel, GHI yellow belly to asphalt Enchi special.
She's gonna lay any day.
She's gonna lay any day. It's the first time for her.
The freeways coming out of there are gonna be amazing.
Yeah, some really cool stuff. But yeah, we're still pairing. Don't forget we started late. We wanted the hold on, this is off. We moved the animals over October, November, some of them. December, we pretty much moved the rest of them, early January. Actually, no, every single animal was out of here by December 30th.
Mm-hmm.
So then all of January, pretty much, we didn't do much. We started pairing in February. So we gave most animals 2 months, 3 months to settle in, if not a month, month and a half. Got them here, settled them in feeding. We just started pairing roughly, 5, 6, 7 weeks ago. So we may have missed a few females, but moving forward, we still have lots of pairing to do, which is great. We'll be doing some pairings later today, putting the males in.
Can a python breed with an anaconda?
Not sure.
No.
I don't know. I mean, I think it would eat it.
Yeah, it can't breed.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Pythons can somewhat breed with other pythons, but not with other species. So
I
no.
think anaconda is a boanoid. It's like a boa more than a python.
Yeah.
Library.
Mm-hmm.
No idea.
Will a het caramel female lay eggs, or is it just a visual?
Definitely.
A het will lay. So I had caramels way back in the day, and they've always slugged out. I have never had a successful clutch of visual caramel females. I've always used hets. Some of them would have kinks. not all of them. I got out of the project. I know Corey Woods and a few other people have had successful, clutches with caramels, visual caramels producing a clutch of eggs. But it's not something I want to work with because of the issues of the kinking. And I've never had a successful clutch. So I just moved on to Ultramel instead.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Are you still having positive the Da Vinci stuff?
Oh, yeah. Yep. And even the ones, of course, we moved everything. I was going to look, remember it was down here?
Yeah.
So we had one animal that didn't eat for almost a year. We had her for, a year and a half. She never missed a meal, grew to like 800 grams, stopped eating for literally a year, maybe 13 months. Gave it some Da Vinci. I think 3 or 4 weeks later, it's pounding. Things doubled in size. It's never missed a meal in the last 3 months. So maybe 4 months. Yeah, it was one of the original animals. When we first got the Da Vinci, she was one of the first because she was like, oh my God, this one hasn't eaten in a year. Let's try this one out. Has not missed a meal since.
Not even in shed.
Yeah, not even in shed.
If I wanted to order from you, can you ship to Alberta, basically?
Oh yeah, ship as long as Reptile Express delivers, or you can go pick up at a FedEx hub. We can ship. So we're starting shipping next week.
Best trick for stubborn feeders.
Like I said before, there's no one thing. There's probably 50 things to do. You got to try all 50 and see what works. Sometimes you can do all 50 and it still won't work. So, moving them, changing them, feeding them at night, doing little tricks, trying a different size.
Changing them in different positions of the rack.
Yeah, there's so many different things, and it might work for one and it won't work for 10 others. Mm-hmm. And all 10 might need a certain thing to trigger it to eat. So there's, with ball pythons, there's not one answer. There's several, and you have to find all of them and try all of them, or even do something that, no one's even said this. Maybe I'll just put it in a small tub for one day and put it back, or you never know. But whatever you can do to get your animals eating, it's worth it. So,
what's the longest a ball python went off food, and how long?
For me, it's been about 13 months, 14 months. I haven't had any longer than that, eh? That was because I was so keen on breeding her 2 years ago, and she stopped eating. It's like, wow.
Mm-hmm.
So now she's on pace. She's probably going to breed this year. We haven't had a chance to do ultrasounding, which we'll probably do next week or the week after, which will be cool. We'll do it live. When we do this live, we'll do an ultrasounding,
Mm-hmm.
Maybe at the end. So we can, show you a couple things. And then when the live's off, then we can just go nuts and do what we got to do.
Do you have males that are hard to pop before breeding? I have one where it's super hard to get the plugs and hemipene, but the other two, no problem.
Sometimes they flex. I mean, I do have one male. Of course, he's in shed. So here's an MJ Exanthic male. He's in deep shed. So, just like so. Just like this. 1, 2. So right there. And here's a good thing too. So see this? See how I'm squeezing? Watch this. You want to pull all this nastiness out. So you see how this is? Look, it's not white and fresh. Okay. It's dry. Now it's actually still a little moist. Are you looking at me or?
Mm-hmm.
So it's still a little moist. But some of these come out and it's super hard. Like you see how that's brown? I mean, this isn't a liquid anymore. His semen's actually dried. So I want to pull those out. I'm not pairing, but see this? See this? There we go. So look at that. That's basically inside the hemipene and it's clogging. So I like to squeeze to know that one is producing. And now when I do pair them with a female, there's no blockage. It's basically just, liquid coming out, going right towards, what it needs to. But you see how dry this is? Oh, look how dry these are. Look how long they are. So that's inside the hemipene. So if he's doing his business and this is blocking it, I want to have this out so that the fresh semen can go straight in to, the female. I don't want to block a sperm plug. I don't want to plug. So I always do that. First thing I do is I squeeze, get them out, pull them out. Sometimes they're really hard. Sometimes they're not even there. But then I just put it on and I wipe it on the back of the female or inside the tub and put the male in.
What's the cheapest pie ball you got?
Probably a male. Just a male. I mean, a male's probably, I'm not sure, 250, 300. I'm not really sure. I don't even think I don't even make just regular pies. So all my pies are het lavender, pied het ghost, pied het clown.
MJ.
Yeah, pied het MJ exanthic, or visuals or double hets. So I'm not trying to make just basic pies. But if I did have just a regular pied male, I believe they're around 250.
Can we see the spot nose cypress clown male?
Yeah, so I know he's around here. So hold on, back up. Take a chair. Back up. Watch your back, watch your back, watch your back. Nope. You gotta cut yourself on that. So if I do this.
You almost cut your head off.
So because we just moved everything, we don't exactly know where everything is. So like I said, I've got about 140, what is this, 30, 40, 80, 150 males, 140, 150 males. There's the Batman. Where is the Cypress? You know what? Is he still over here? There he is. I haven't moved him yet. Hey, dude. So he just ate the other day, so I'm not going to handle him too much. But this is Coco. C-O-C-O. Coco. So Cypress spot nose clown male. Look at that head. But just beautiful, flaming, looking really, really good as an adult. So he's going to, I think I got him lined up to 5 females, see how he's doing, but he's doing the job. I've got him, I think I got 2 locks now. He's going in for a third, I think this week or next week, to the Leopard Mojave Ghost. So really cool stuff, double het ghost clown. So eventually Cypress, Cypress, Batman, Mojave, ghost clowns. Pretty neat.
Once you put in fresh cocoa / repti chip, and over time it dries up, how do you rehydrate it? Austin's kind of doing it at the back.
So all you do is just throw water. So what we do is, if you can see, so it's just, can you see here if I come here?
Yep.
That's not that great of an example. Okay, so if you come here, take a peek. So you see how this has a little bit of a stuck shed? Okay, but it still peels off nice and easy. So what I would do is, if you notice, it is a little bit wet. So see how this is nice and dry? Okay, we want to basically get some water, and we just take some of the water dish. Actually, I'll just refill it because that's why it was full already. But we just basically take it and just, add a little bit of water to the back. So that way, this is really nice and wet, and it'll hold the water. And then, of course, when it's at the back, the heat pad is going to
Raise up the humidity.
Yeah, raise up the humidity on that side. It'll warm, and it'll spread the humidity throughout. So good thing, too, is especially with some of the cocoa will get into the water and it'll stain it. So we'll just put it back in. It doesn't harm the snake. We'll just dump that and then add fresh water. But just simply add water to the cocoa or ReptiChip or whatever substrate you're using. But you don't want to get it too wet. That's one thing that's good about the coconut husk is it absorbs the water.
Mm-hmm.
So
when do you plan on breeding the leopard monsoon? But some of these come up, and what's your idea of a male that you're going to breed to her?
no idea. So it's tough. I don't know yet until she's ready. I'm probably gonna go the long game with her. So leopard. I don't know. Leopard monsoon. Hopefully this year I actually hit a monsoon pied, or someone else does. I mean, I know I have quite a few chances this year. If I do, and it is as crazy as I think it could be, then I'm definitely going to use her to go towards something like, one of like combo clown pieds or something like that, and make combo double triple hets. So for down the road, not even sure. I think lavender monsoons will be crazy. So yeah, Ultramel as well. I have so many different options, and I don't want to think about it right yet. It would also be cool. I also got the leopard yellow belly desert ghost cryptic. I mean, I think cryptic being such a strong pattern changer with leopard, that'd be sick. And add pastel yellow belly to the leopard and DG. Wow. I mean, there's so many options. It's hard to answer. But I don't think you can go wrong with anything.
What's the most anticipated clutch for 2021?
Don't know, man. Monsoon pieds. If I do hit, I get the odds monsoon pieds. I'm going to be making another thing: pastel yellow belly leopard cryptic desert ghosts. So not kryptons, no het clown or clown at all. So some of that stuff. What else is crazy that we got? Super asphalt combos. I should have some 2, 3, 4 gene clown pied stuff.
Ultramel stuff.
No Ultramel clowns this year. No
Ultramel stuff in general.
Yeah, I got a lot of Ultramel stuff coming.
What's the most genes in one animal you have?
7, 8, yeah, 7 or 8.
I don't even know what it is.
7 or 8. I have so many animals that are 6, 7, 8 genes. I can't tell what they are, but most of them are female, so I'm holding them back and I'll extract the genes and find out down the road. Who's this one? Oh, my Freeway G-Stripe. So here is my breeder male Freeway genetic stripe. So I love the color on these guys. So Freeway G-Stripe. Gonna get some Enchi into that this year. Some pastel, so pastel Mardi Gras genetic stripes.
How did you move the snakes safely?
Safely. Lots of trips in bags, moving them over, getting everything set up, taking them out. We used a cube van in the back of my truck to do, the racks. All the snakes were moved. We warmed the cars up and then had them in Tupperware, or what do you call them? Rubbermaid bins, totes. And we put the snakes in, and we loaded it up in a warm vehicle and drove them. So it's not like we just put them in the back of a cube van where there was no, just cold air. Because when we moved them, it was in December. November, December, it was still cool here. So always when you're moving animals, don't take a risk. Even though we're 15 minutes from the old facility to here. I still didn't want them in totes in the back of a van
or a cube van or a truck with no heat. That's why we basically put them inside vehicles that actually had heat, and so it wasn't such a a huge difference.
What is the most eggs you've ever got off one breed?
14. 14.
Mahogany hip pipe.
Let's see. Oh, he's going into shed. Enhancer clown, het G-stripe. It's gonna go into shed. He's very faded. His eyes are opaque. So he's not as bright as he's supposed to be. But this is my boy.
I don't need them water.
Enhancer clown, 100% het G-stripe.
What is your thoughts on clowns, and what is your suggestion for an incubator?
Myself, there's a lot of people that are good doing DUI stuff. DUI.
Don't do DIY.
DIY stuff. I've seen so many people build an incubator, save themselves $300-400. What are you doing?
I zoomed into Austin laughing.
Oh.
You're doing good with DUI stuff, eh?
Yeah, no. I mean,
Good. Don't do DUI.
DIY stuff. You know what? I've seen so many people go and convert a fridge or do something, make something, and something went wrong. It wasn't tested out, and they lose an entire season. And instead of enjoying hatching eggs and seeing babies, and adding to the collection, it's sad, but I know some incubators are expensive. The ones I get, they're I think 1,100 Canadian before shipping, but it holds 20-25 clutches. I've used them for 5-6 years. They look amazing. I've never went and got a used incubator or something made. The first time I used, the first couple seasons, I used a Coleman's thermos cooler, and I had water in the bottom. I went and got a submersible fish tank heater, and that's how I had my first few clutches. Then when I started getting bigger, I didn't want to make anything because at that time, we're talking, 17 years back, maybe 16, 17 years. When I wanted to go in, I saw other people, on the forums, having all these issues, the fans, that they put in, they didn't have enough, or they had too many, or they were too powerful, and people losing stuff. And I'm like, I'm just going to buy a professional or, an incubator made from a company that sells lots and test it. And I'm going to pay the extra money, and I've never had a problem. So I hate when you see people make something and they put those eggs in, they're so excited, and, spend the money,
If the snake won't eat after you offer it, Da Vinci, would you continue to offer it?
Oh, yeah, we're definitely going to be doing it. And like I said, we've had some animals that they still haven't eaten, and we've been, doing it for 3 months to them. But like I said, out of the, say, 70 or 80 animals, we've got 40 or 50 of them eating, which is just amazing. Whether that's the key, I don't know, but it does not harm them. We're giving them natural supplements and stuff like that. We're going to continue to do it. And, it's just something that if we can provide something for them that's all natural, and, we've seen a great, our experience with it is great. So I ordered 2 more big bottles. So, like I said, try it. If it's something that works for you, great. It's like everything else, you can do this and this, and these 10 animals start eating. You do something, with these other 20 and they don't eat. There's no one thing that is the cure to make a ball python eat. Mm-hmm. You just try several things. This is just another option that I never heard about. Wow, I've moved it from, low to high, high to low, feed at night, do this trick, do that trick, all different types of things, and it didn't work. It does for some, but it doesn't for others. So then when I saw this, I'm like, oh, here's another thing. Let me try it. I'm not just going to sit there and say, that won't work. You can't knock things till you try it. I tried it, and I'm very happy with the results, so I'm going to continue to use it. Other people may use it, and it doesn't work at all. I can't speak for other people. I can speak for myself. I like it. I use it. And I'm glad I was able to try it. Like some people say, you know what, why bother? You know what? I'd like to try and find out for myself. And if it works, fantastic. If it doesn't, that doesn't really cost me anything. But at least I'm trying. I'd rather try and fail than not try at all and not even know what could happen. I think that you should use that sort of mentality for many things, So, but
Do you guys work with the Monarch morph?
not yet, no. I'm very heavily invested in Ultramel. I like what Ultramel does, especially with the palette of where I'm going with it. I'd like to see a lot more stuff with Monarch, and people that are working with it, I'm sure they're going to do amazing things with it. And when I see something that's just like, wow, look at that, what I won't be able to make with any of the genes I have, then I'm probably going to grab it. But I definitely think it's great. I don't have any yet. I probably will. Just don't know when or for what, because I have so many projects, right? So, you get a Monarch. It's like, do I put it in my freeway or my super asphalt? Do I put it in the pie? Do I put it in the clown? Do I put it into this? Do I put it into that? I have no idea yet. So I'm too busy trying to do stuff with what I've already got. So when I do get something, it's because I've seen somebody else or like, wow, did you see what that does? Then I want to grab it and work with that into my stuff. But
What about the vanilla extract trick?
so that we learned on our podcast with Earl from Lone Star Reptiles. I think he said he even learned it from Brian Barczyk. And Kat, come in. What do you think? She's the one that takes care of all the hatchlings here. So roughly when you do it, what's our results on it so far? 50-50?
We use it on the ASFs more than anything. Just get the scent. Yeah. 50.
And it's like a thing. It's not like every time you do it, oh my God, this is the cure. It's just something that someone tried and it worked. And like I said, we're doing it at what, 50%?
Maybe a little less, but sometimes they won't do it that week. They'll do it the next
They'll do it the week before. Yeah. So it's something that, in this, it's not just, oh, this is what you do and everything works perfect. You've got to try little tricks, and it doesn't always work. But we heard it, we tried it, and we were pretty impressed. Like, wow, this finally ate on its own.
We've been doing
cool. And we've been doing it every single week now. 4 weeks now? And we've seen good results. 100%? No. There's nothing you do is 100%. I have a facility. I have, racks. I have everything dialed in. I still get some crappy sheds. I still get animals that don't. I still get animals that reabsorb. There's nothing that you can do so that everything is 100%. Impossible. And if at least for me, and I hear a lot of people, and I've seen a lot of people and talk to them over, 18, 19 years of me doing it. And I've never heard anybody say, oh yeah, I get perfect, no slugs. I get no dimpled, moldy eggs. All my animals come out perfect. They always eat. I've never had to assist feed. That's just not reality. It just does it. Animals will go off food. There's always something, So, I mean, I've tried. Oh, you know what? There's got to be a way so nothing number has a bad shed. I haven't found the answer yet. So, but.
Mm-hmm. Is Billy still going to get the Team Austin tattoo?
I'm probably gonna, somewhere.
Someone just asked.
Well, we can't even go anywhere right now. I mean, everything's on lockdown, so. But we definitely got to figure that out. We got to start the new countdown this year.
Mm-hmm. Hey Billy, if it's a male's first season, do you limit the numbers of females you put to him?
Depending. So if he's producing sperm and eating and growing and locking and doing what he's supposed to, I wouldn't try to do 3 females at once, but if you could breed them. So I breed at least 3 times once a month. So I put the male in one, a month later I put him in again, and a month later I put him in again. If you do that and he's locking for those second, the 2 months, and I can start putting him in for the 3rd and then getting him in another female, or even before, get a lock a month later here, 2 weeks later, put him in with another female,
2 weeks later, put him in for the third block for that one female, and then 2 weeks and 2 weeks, and see if he's still eating, see if he's pairing, see if he's locking, producing sperm. But I've had a male that I pushed with 3 different females during the same period almost. So in a 4 or 5 month period, I paired 3 females with the guy. All 3 females slugged out. Now, that being said, if I just put him to the one female for the 3 months, maybe she could have slugged out too. I don't know. But I'm thinking if I did only put that male to that one female 3 times and not, putting him to this other 2, I could have had a full clutch. So I was looking, seeing them lock. He was eating, producing sperm. All 3 females slugged out for me. So sometimes, if I had to give advice now, I'd say just stick to one. If you're gonna have a first year male that's small, stick to one. You'd rather have one, and have better odds than trying to get 2 or 3 and get 0, because it's happened to me.
Any genes to manipulate pattern on monsoon?
Don't know yet. Austin thinks spider. I would like to see cryptic. Maybe like super enchi.
What about like tri-stripe?
Yeah, maybe. G stripe, tri stripe. Not really sure. It's still. I'm hoping. I hope Pied comes out amazing. I hope Pied, overpowers the monsoon. It'd be pretty cool to see a Pied with a monsoon pattern in the saddles. I think that'd be sick.
Any chances of producing an Enchi clown pied stuff this year?
Oh, lots. I've been producing Enchi clown Pied.
Clown pied.
I was gonna say I've been producing tons. No, this year, I do have some. Most of my stuff is pastel yellow belly leopard clown pied, orange dream yellow belly fire clown pied. Enchi's coming. I do have an Enchi yellow belly clown pied female growing up. I do have a lot of ingredients like combo Enchi clown het pied, combo Enchi pied het clown. So definitely going that direction, but I'm not sure about this year.
Mm-hmm. Did you guys add any minerals or additives to their drinking water, or do you just use straight tap water, nothing added?
We use a straight tap water, but we have a dechlorinator. So it takes the chlorine and chloride. I think it's chlorine. It takes the chlorine out of the water. Mm-hmm. So all of the taps here, I went and I installed a, I guess it's a tank, some sort of filtration system that takes the chlorine out. But we don't add any minerals or stuff like that. We may, who knows? We can look. We may just put a couple drops in all the time of the Da Vinci into the water. Who knows? But right now, it's even before. So even before having this facility with the new chlorine filter, it's always been just tap water. We've never added anything, and we've never had any issues.
But Canada does have one of the cleanest waters as well.
Yeah.
Depends where you go.
Yeah, that's true.
So.
Someone said there's a pic of a monsoon pied on Instagram.
That's not a monsoon pied.
Yeah.
Everybody's calling it a monsoon pied. It's not a monsoon pied. But if a monsoon pied did look like that, I'd be freaking happy.
Mm-hmm.
But that's out of South Africa, and yeah.
Showing any customers purchased animals today?
At what time?
We have to be there in an hour.
So how long is that from here?
I have to back my house stuff.
Why?
It's at the event.
Yeah, but why don't you have them in your car already? Because you don't think.
We've already been over here for a long
I understand, but I'm saying, you know what you do? If you know you have rats today, you should have them in your car.
Oh, I was supposed to go home anyway.
Oh.
All right, Catherine, take over.
Take over, yeah. So we gotta. Actually, we'll get out of this section here. We're already 44 minutes in. Oh my God, there's 140. You never told me there's 141.
Go to the bathroom together.
Go to the bathroom together. Oh, so cute.
Don't hold my hand, also.
Don't hold my hand on. Yeah, you wish there, buddy. Yeah, that's another thing too. I mean, green's my favorite color. Not that green, guys. So we do have to change the last things I did. If you notice, all the bathrooms are like this horrid green. That's next to be changed. So we'll answer a few more questions and call it a day. Oh, look at that glare of the sun, man! It's beating off that.
We get a nice sunset every day here.
Yeah, we do get a nice sunset.
Over the piles of metal.
But we'll come here, even though we've got a lot done today, they'll be done tomorrow. We still got all these to do, same as yesterday. These are already clean. These are going out with the rack. Austin got his rack out yesterday, so now there's only 2, which is great. So it looks good now. So once the new glass gets installed, hopefully next week or the week after. I haven't had a call yet, but it just looks really good with all the new Freedom Breeder racks, nice and high. Ooh, it's pretty crazy. So in here, I'm going to be ordering one more of the 1133 for the adult males. I really like these tubs. Is this a good one? Right here. Can you see? This is a good one? Oh, yeah, okay. So if you look here, left lots of room for the males. I really like this tub, bigger water dish. Later, guys, say bye.
Bye.
Wrong way.
It just walks over there. Don't say bye.
See you later.
Bye, guys. See you what time tomorrow?
Massage.
Sometime. Early.
Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna go 2 levels higher on these 2, and I'm gonna order another one with 2 more with the pullouts, just like here. So they're gonna almost look. Hey,
Hold on. He left the chat, so I can't see anything.
who left the chat?
He left the chats all the way up,
Oh.
so I can't see any new stuff.
So we're gonna do the same here. So we've got the pullouts here. We're gonna do a pullout here, right here. Gonna go 2 levels higher. I'm gonna order another one, and then I'm gonna order this here. Probably 100. So there's gonna be 100. This is a 70, but with the Freedom Breeder, the bars are a little smaller. So you actually get 85. You get an extra 10. I'm gonna add, I think, 3 or 4 more levels. So I should have about 100 here. So my grow ups, my 3 racks of adult males, and then all my females on this side. So that's how this is gonna work. A few more questions, and we'll be doing this again tomorrow. Any cool questions? Any hot questions? Doesn't have to be cool.
Make this work.
Yeah, do like this. Watch. Ready? Whoop. But yeah, how does everybody likes the
What day is feeding day?
Feedings are Tuesdays. So we feed on Tuesday. Okay. Whatever doesn't eat, we refeed Wednesday. Thursdays. Oh, we forgot to do pairings today. That's okay. We'll do it first thing in the morning. So because we, how long have we been doing the Husbandry Pro? So pretty much 5 hours, 4 or 5 hours.
Today?
Yeah.
Did it all day since you got here. You got here at what, 11:30?
Yeah. So a good 4 or 5 hours. Yeah. And now every single animal has a QR code. There's a couple that don't, like the ones that we have for sale. But yeah, we really did that. We've got all these done. There's a few that we still have to do. If you see here, we gotta do this one here, this one here. This one here is Pastel Clown, probably vanilla. So we got a few animals here and here that we still got to make the codes. And then of course, all these Cypress Spot Nose Clown, all the cards are already made. We just got to get the little sticky labels and put them here and slide them in. So
When are
coming.
you gonna do a full tour?
when the glass comes in. So we did do, probably about a month ago, we did a tour of where we were at.
We're nowhere close to done. Just this room.
Yeah, I mean, now that the Freedom Breeder racks are in, hopefully the next week, 2 tops, the glasses will be installed. That'll be a lot different, looking. And a lot of this stuff here, like all those dirty bins will be gone and put away with when they get picked up with people who are taking the racks. So we'll have a lot more space, be a lot more functional, and we'll do sort of like where the facility's at. I would say maybe 3 weeks, maybe end of the month, and then we'll do sort of where we're at. We still have to do some more of these. I've still got 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 6 more racks to complete. I'll probably do that this weekend, tomorrow. But yeah, feeding's Tuesday. First thing in the morning, we'll do pairing. And it's going to be a lot easier now because we just turn on the Husbandry Pro, scan the female, hit pairing, put the male in, hit submit. That's another thing that we did. Before I got here, Kat was going around. And if you remember on the tubs, we had that white little piece where we were marked down like J1, J4 for the week of the month. So if you had J1, we would probably have F1, and then M1. So, every week, January 1st, or first week of January, first week of February, first week of March, we just went in now, scanned the animal, hit pairing, went, because we do it on Thursdays. If it was the first week of February, I believe that was February the 4th, you just go calendar February 4th, submit. Now, every one of these animals that have been locked, and we probably have over 100, probably, maybe more, 100, 150 pairings, not locked, pairings, but most of them, because they were ultrasounded, are locks. So right now, we're not really getting into the lock mode, where we will, now that everything's up. But beforehand, we would only see when we paired them. So now with I almost call it Reptiscan. Wow. Now with Husbandry Pro, you hit it, we can scan it. When we see a lock, it's just simple as hitting lock. So, or copulation. But I'm really happy with it so far. That's another thing we got to do. So in the morning, if I'm not here, I will be. But if I'm not, we're going to start going and adding every animal
into the rack.
To the rack, yeah. So we still have so much data to enter. It's taken us 3-4 weeks just to get this room where it is. So.
And there's a whole other room.
Yeah. So.
Plus hatchlings.
Plus hatchlings, yeah. So we got a lot to do, but I know it's a lot to get it started, especially for people with many animals such as myself. But once it's done, beep beep done. It's wow. I mean, it's going to be a godsend. I know that. So.
You can do rat breeding or rat and mice breeding on Husbandry Pro, right?
I'm sure you might be able to, but I know that there's so many people. I mean, that's what Callie even asked back earlier when I showed her the app. It's going to be something where I'm pretty sure we will work on that, and I'm sure you could probably do something already with what, you just open up a new group called Rats, and but we're definitely probably going to do that because there's so many people breeding rats. You can keep track of your females, when you should retire them, and the capabilities of this app are huge, and it's always going to be constantly in production and growing and changing. So yeah, I'm really happy with it.
How many monsoon clutches this year do you think?
I don't know. A dozen or more. I have a bunch of stuff that I'm still trying to prove out. I got a lot of stuff that I'm still holding back. Maybe a dozen, 15. Next year, closer to 50. So, yeah.
There was a question in it. Oh, what label maker do you use?
I don't use the label maker yet, but I am going to buy the Dymo. Now, Dymo's much easier. It's I think they're around $100 or so. And then you buy the labels, but you can buy the different size labels. I right now just use my printer with Avery labels. So all these are done with Avery labels. So I just have my cards. So people ask too, my business cards. So what I made these for, they weren't even for Husbandry Pro. All I did was here. So here's my mail. My mails, turn it like this so you can see. So my males are always in here. So before I had Husbandry Pro, you would just have this. So I would know from the magnet on the ARS would be the female. This was the male. When the female laid, I would turn this around. So I knew that the female laid. So I'm still going to do that. Oops. So I'm still going to do that, but I'm going to, I'm changing this male. That's why it's like that. But now I have this system that'll be like that. These are the females with the QR code. I simply just took this, had my logo. I believe this is the Avery 5180 or 5160 or whatever the label is. And I just printed out. These is what I want. I just wanted the, the sex, male or female, the ID of the animal, and the QR code. You could add a whole bunch of other things in here, change the size, put this on the right. You can take this alone and extract it into Photoshop and make your own custom ones. You can make the labels bigger, but I just took it, pasted it on like so, and it fits perfectly, and that's what I got. So, but I'm sure a lot of things are going to change and other stuff, and people's suggestions that are coming in are amazing. So, definitely still developing it and adding stuff and changing it so it's better and faster and it has everything that we need, because there's no sense doing this and still having to do a piece of paper somewhere else. Like if we can do it where everything's on one, that's what I want to do. And like I said, we're still learning. But now that we have this room, pretty much by the end of the week, it'll be in full production, and everything that goes on in this room will be documented and only documented on husbandry.com. Oh my God, husbandry.pro. So excited. And it's great about it is other people are trying it and they're loving it too. So I think that's pretty amazing in itself. Other people, enjoying it and seeing the benefits of it, which is great, because I've been using, Excel spreadsheets for as long as I can remember, so it's nice to have everything right on your app, right on your phone. So we'll see you. I guess we'll see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday. Don't know what we're doing, what time. We'll probably go on earlier because Austin likes to leave earlier on Friday.
Every day.
Huh? So let's see. I don't know. Maybe we'll go 10:30, 11 o'clock tomorrow, just before lunch. Yeah, we'll do pairings. We'll do pairings. Next week we'll do an ultrasounding. So we'll ultrasound some females and talk about the ultrasound we use and give you some tips, stuff like that. But hope you enjoy these lives. Like I said, we're going to try to do them Monday to Friday. See where it goes, different times, different things. Not everybody can make it at certain times. That's why we'd like to make it all over the place and sporadic, but we are saving them so you can always go back and view them again. Try to get some questions and we'll answer them like this for tomorrow or, Monday's live if we don't get to answer them all. And have a great night and see you tomorrow.
Yes, there's a Patreon live tomorrow.
Yes. So it's a Patreon live for the top 2 tiers at 9 p.m. Eastern.
It came up on your reminders too.
Oh, did it? Yeah. So just go to Patreon, or if you downloaded the Google Calendar that we have, it'll tell you the times. I'm also going to do a Q&A Sunday at 4 o'clock. I'll be posting that later today. So for Patreon, the top 4 tiers, might even do the top 5.
Yeah, you said 4?
5? Yeah, I screw up all the time. So I'll announce that, and that'll be, what we'll do for the top 5. We'll do the top 5 tiers. We'll have that. That'll be this Sunday on Crowdcast. You got to check Patreon to get, all the info. And that'll be 4 o'clock Eastern Sunday. And we usually go 2 hours or so, 3 hours. And do that. But we'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great night. And we're out.
You're good.